Really? Why? Why? I hate when this. I'm here. I probably should have figured this out. It's not enough light. Hold on, y'all. What else did I say I needed? Let me turn the light on. Oh. One person is here, huh? Let me see if I can figure out how to fix this, because I don't want y'all all up in my belly like that. Hold on, y'all. Look at the ceiling. Why is this tripod not wanting to cooperate today? Y'all, the tripod is that ain't it. You know what? We gonna make it work today. We gonna we gonna make it work. That's just how it's gonna work today. So we're gonna talk about some books. Oh, let me turn this on. Let me turn this phone on so I can. Oh, I hate that angle. The angle sucks. But we gonna do. We gonna deal with it. We're going. Ooh, okay. Scare the hell out of me. So I got some new books and I want to share them with you guys. One thing about me, I love books. And I feel like if you're the only way you're going to really learn about things that you want to learn about is if you read. Now, of course, you can find information online, but to me, there is nothing in the world like holding a book. It's just, reading and finding the information online is not like um, having an actual book. Like, when did we stop liking books? When did owning books get to, I hate this light? I'm gonna have to change out these light bulbs and get the what do they call them? It's a different kind of light bulb, and I think it's because these walls are not white. They are um, they are I don't know, like a kind of they have a yellow undertone to them. The walls have a yellow undertone. Yes, we're back. We're back live again, girl. We out here in these live streets again, even though I said I wasn't going to do this. But YouTube has kind of, this is what they like. So you have to kind of do what you got to fit into the algorithm or you get spit out. So I'm going to do maybe 2 lives a week and see how I feel getting back into it. And then if it gets to the point where the lives become too much, just I'm putting out too much energy, then I won't do it. but but right now, while I'm in a decent mood, we're gonna do it. So I got 3 new books that I want to review for you guys. We're gonna go one of the, I'm gonna say the good one for last. So this one is, and all of these came from, no, 2 of these came from Barnes and Nobles, and I think the Crystal Bible I got off of Amazon. So affirmations for every day. This book was $8, and it kind of goes into what affirmations are. Affirmations are short, powerful, positive statements to help you to challenge and overcome negative thoughts. Regularly and sincerely reciting affirmations can bring positive change into your life. So, this book goes into um, a lot of different, very short affirmations, and then it has, a little write up about each affirmation. It has the author of the affirmation and everything. And I'm the type of person, I love books with, a lot of illustrations, a lot of colors. I like for the fonts and all that to change. It just gives off a really um, good vibe. I love, like, books like, colorful books like this will always attract my attention when I go into Barnes and Nobles. Like, it was the stars for me. Just the stars and colors, and this kind of gave me a kind of watercolor vibe. So it has a lot of different affirmations. I mean, I've always been into affirmations. I used to have a lot of them on my mirror in the bathroom, but I don't have them at this house. So affirmations is something, an affirmation book is really nice. I mean, if you want to write up your own, okay, them little gizmo hairs are getting on my nerves. Don't mind that. I was hugging my dog. If you want to write your own affirmations, it's fine. But sometimes you get like writer's block or whatever, and you don't really know what you want to say. So it's always easy to like open up a book and just, get a positive affirmation out of a book and, you know, um, read those affirmations. So my mama said lives are exhausting sometimes, but I keep my Facebook ones to 15 minutes. I didn't know you was going live on Facebook. You just don't talk to me no more, girl. Like, don't even let me know what's going on. Because I done came through. Lives are extremely exhausting. And I don't think people realize how much energy goes into doing a live, especially if you're doing the live by yourself. Why you didn't tell me to turn this TV down? Me and this girl competing because she loud as I am. Especially if you are doing the live by yourself. It's just you. I mean, I think sometimes if you have somebody on the live with you, it's you and another person. Like if my husband was here and I was like bouncing energies off of him, it probably wouldn't be as bad. But when it's just one person, it's like a lot. I've been doing my digital course and the kids are still home. Oh, okay. So the next one is a crystal. What do you want, Gizmo? Is a crystal book, and it is called Crystal Clear Reflections on Extraordinary Talismans for Everyday Life. So, I haven't read it yet. I just got these books recently. Okay, so it has rose quartz for unconditional love, black tourmaline and setting boundaries, pearl in the white light of innocence, pyrite, imposters and fools, carnelian and the curse of positive thinking, citrine and the cost of happiness, opals and the terror of change, diamonds aren't special and neither are you. Wow. Obsidian and finding the truth beneath the surface, amber, death and the preservation of life, amethyst for when you seek balance at all costs. So I'm going to go through this and read it. It looks like a really interesting book. It doesn't look like it really has, it doesn't have like actual pictures of crystals, but it is another book that is extremely colorful. I just really like books that have a lot of illustration and colors and drawings and stuff like that. It is I gotta go through the citrine. I probably read the citrine. Hey Beautiful Magic. I'll probably read the citrine portion first. Cause y'all know I love me some citrine and some amethyst. So I'm going to read that. And this. This is the doozy right here. The Crystal Bible. So this goes into everything of the crystal. The color, the appearance, the rarity, the source, like where the crystal is sourced, where the mines are, what the attributes of the crystals are, the healing properties, where to position the crystal on your body, the different colors that the crystal comes in. So this is sapphire, and it speaks about black sapphire, blue sapphire, green sapphire. Like I didn't even know that sapphire came in that many colors: pink sapphire, purple sapphire, royal sapphire, star sapphire, white sapphire, yellow sapphire. I didn't even know sapphire had that many colors. So this is going to really be helpful in my I just like collecting books anyway. Like my library is going to be huge. I know when we move, one of the rooms is probably going to end up being a library or something because my husband is a book fanatic. And when I tell you he is a book fanatic, he is a book fanatic. And I love books also. So we are definitely going to um, need a place for all of our books. Oh wow. I'm just getting into Smoky Quartz. Only right now, I think I only own two um, Smoky Quartz, and they're both tumble quartz. So I do want to get a natural Smoky Quartz. So rose quartz, phantom quartz. I mean, just crystals that um you've probably never heard of or you've never seen. And I that is more of my thing this year. Like I do want to branch out and get crystals that I've never used before or crystals that I may have never seen before. I want to add more of those to my collection. Aqua Aura quartz. Tibetan quartz. I mean, it is so many different quartz that I have never heard of. I've heard of blue quartz. Do I have a blue quartz? I think I do. I know I just recently got a tangerine quartz very recently. So it is a whole bunch of quartz. Blue quartz, golden healer, green quartz, harlequin quartz, lithium quartz, tangerine quartz, titanium quartz, Tibetan quartz. Gosh. So Tibetan quartz occurs in single and double terminators and may have black spot occlusions within it. It carries the resonance of Tibet and the esoteric knowledge that has existed there for so long. This knowledge can be attuned to when meditating with Tibetan quartz. This knowledge can then be used instinctively in healing and in spiritual practices. It accesses the Akashic record. Sounds like a strong one. Used on a physical body, it purifies and energizes all the meridians. See, with a book like this, you can just go through and look at the attributes of the crystal, and that's a good way of figuring out like which crystals that you need. Because I'm telling you, when you go to the crystal store, you will just be overwhelmed by the beauty of the crystals, and not really know what each crystal, what the crystals are for, because not all crystal shops have like little cards telling you the attributes of the crystals. Some of them just have the names of the crystals, and it doesn't tell you like what the crystals are for. And you may not want to sit there as you're picking out your stones and Google what each crystal is for while you're there. But I'm the type of person, if a crystal is beautiful and I pick it up and it speaks to me, then I don't really care what the attributes of the crystal are at the time. Just like when I fell in love with labradorite, I didn't know what the attributes were. I didn't know that much about the crystal. Um I had never owned one before. I just thought it was beautiful. And when I picked it up, it spoke to me. So I was like, all right then. Well, I'll take you home and, add you to my collection, not really knowing, what it was or what type of, I'm trying to get what type of, what the meanings were. I just was attracted to, let's see, I was attracted to that. Let's see if y'all can see how, because we indoors, you're not really getting the full effect of the flash, but you can see some of it. I was attracted to the flash. It was the flash for me. And so I was like, wow, that is so pretty. Just go home with me and I'll figure out the rest, later. I already had made myself a bracelet because I had got some of the chips, the beading chips to make bracelets. So I had already made me a bracelet, but you don't get the full effect of the flash with the, little small beads. You don't catch the light as you do with a larger stone. You don't really get a chance to see how much flash this stone really has. And I didn't know that it was used for um protection, and it deflects unwanted energies from your aura. It prevents your energy from, escaping your body. Like, how some people get around you and they are energy leeches. Some people leech off of you. They take your energy. That's just part of who they are. Like, some people are so negative that they can, somewhat drain your energy if you're around them too much. Their energy leeches. And labradorite keeps that from happening. It helps you to hold on to all of your good energy. I didn't know all that. I didn't know I was doing all that, y'all. So I was just attracted to it because it was pretty. Now I know that they have other colors. It comes in yellow. I haven't seen a yellow one yet, but I'm definitely in search of it. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole thing because I do want it to have its own video. And then I do want to do, when I do the video, I do want to do it outside. So, there it is. So you can see the flashes, but they do show up so much better in the light. When I do the crystal videos, I want to, do them by themselves. But this is a really good book to have in your library if you want to, if you're not, really sure about a stone and you want to, see where these stones come from, what area of the world they are um, mined in or found in. It is so many different colors of jade. I didn't know that there was a blue jade, a lavender jade, a multicolored jade, just all kind of colors of jade. And even in the green form, there's like darker. I know that they have like the darker green jade and then the lighter colors. But honey, I don't know, it was blue and all these other colors. So, if you're interested in that type of thing, like if where the crystals come from and what the different um, attributes of the crystals are important to you, then I think this would be a good book. Now, this book was $21. Uh, did I pay $21 on Amazon? Probably, child. So it was $21. I ordered this off of Amazon. They do have it at Barnes and Nobles, I think. And I really think that I'm going to end up with two of these books because I know I have one in storage somewhere. And if I do, when we move, if I realize I have two of them, then I'm gonna do a giveaway and give one of them away because I'm not gonna need um, two of the same book. But I'm pretty sure I have another one in storage somewhere because I was looking for it and couldn't find it. And you know how you just get to the point where you got stuff in storage and like our storage is in the garage, but it's so many boxes that you just be like, you know what? I will just spend that $20. I'm not gonna open every box in the garage looking for a book because you think you have labeled your boxes like we really felt like we labeled the boxes like we should have, right? We was putting all of this stuff like writing on the boxes on the top, on the sides, and all this kind of stuff because my husband was like, okay, so when we put the boxes in the garage, we want to be able to see what's in them from because you don't know how the box is going to be sitting, so write all around the whole box. So I had this one box labeled very important spiritual books, right? Very important in very big letters. So I just knew everything that I needed was in, all of my books that I really go to was in that box, right? Why open that box up and it's like four or five books, some coloring books, a mandala coloring. I don't know what was going on with me at the end of this boxing process. I think I had just got so overwhelmed towards the last couple of days of our packing that I was just throwing anything. I opened that box up and it was like some books and some coloring books. And I was like, you know what? I don't know what happened. Jesus. I don't even know. I just was like, forget it. I will just go and buy the book again and then sit here and search for this book. So I repurchased the book. Oh, you got a phone call? So that's it, y'all. I got three new books. I am going to be reading those. I'm definitely going to be using this every day. This about to be my new, go to for information. I mean, there still is a ton of information online when it comes to crystals and stuff, but this just looks really interesting. Oh, a cathedral quartz. So I do want to get some more quartz. That is super pretty. I cannot wait until we move, y'all, because I do want to get I want to get some more. I want to get some larger pieces. So my house about to be full of crystals. I'm gonna go crystal crazy. Crystals and plants. That's my thing. That is me. As long, I think that's one of the reasons why I'm not as happy now as I used to be is because I don't have no plants. I don't have, I only brought 4 plants, I think, with me here. I don't have no plants. I'm definitely not as happy as I was before. Um, and I don't have all my crystals. I have some of them, but I don't have all of them. Some of them are still packed up. So, yeah, I just feel slightly off. Plus, my altar is not set up. So, I really did not think it was going to take us this long to find a house. But no, we don't have a place, Christine. We haven't found a place yet. Hey, honeybee. Um, we still looking. We are still looking for a place. I really didn't think it was going to take us this long to find a place, but the housing market is crazy right now. Like, we were driving around the other day, and there are a lot of new homes in the area that we're living in now, but these are like $1 million homes. Like, these homes are 800, 700, $800,000, and we ain't there yet. Um, and one of the signs on the house said sold in 5 days. 5 days. And that's literally what is happening. A house will go on the market in the next couple of days is snatched up. And a lot of these houses are being snatched up by developers and investors and everything. Like, they are buying up newer homes, single family homes, and then jacking the prices up. Like, the housing market is crazy right now. Crazy. Every time we look at a place, by the time we contact our realtor to tell her that we're interested, the realtor is like, "Oh, that place is pending." Never ever thought the housing market would be like it is now. So we're still looking. Um, every place that we have really, really liked, we got outbid or we didn't get it. So we still looking. That's what we're hoping. We're hoping that the market we're hoping that the market will maybe slow down by winter. Cuz it's been crazy all summer. Every every place every place that we've looked at, that our realtor has taken us to look at, when you get there, there are already 1,000 cards. You know how sometimes the realtor will leave their business card on the counter of the place that kind of gives you a ballpark of how many people have already looked at that house. It's crazy. And then when you go in and see that, and your realtor sees that, your realtor is already looking at you like, don't get your hopes up. Because when you're coming in and you're seeing those many business cards on the counter, you know somebody has made an offer. And these people are bidding thousands and thousands of dollars over the asking price. And some people are coming in with cash. I'm like, where are these people getting $400,000 and $500,000 in cash? What are they doing that I'm not doing? Yeah, but we're still looking. We're still looking, and I don't want to make it sound like I have given up or I'm being negative. It's not that. It's just that I'm being real. This is a realistic view of what's going on right now. Like I'm not one of those YouTubers with millions of subscribers, so it's not like I got $1 million in disposable income and I can just go and put $1 million on a home. We're just two normal people who are in the process of trying to buy a house, and it, you know shit's real. So hopefully the market will change soon, and we are staying positive, and we're enjoying the the process. I mean, it's fun to go down to Sacramento and look at the homes and stuff, and me and my husband, we're looking at the houses and stuff online. Our realtor will send us pictures, and it's just interesting to see how some people stage their houses for sale and make everything look really nice. And then there's some people who really don't give a damn. Either you gonna buy this house or you not, because I'm not cleaning up, I'm not doing nothing. Like, we have seen a few houses and the people still live there. Like, they were still there. One place we went to, the one of the family members was disabled. So I guess they didn't want to, spend all day out of the house because the house was being shown. So they were there. The only thing they did was lock the dogs up in the garage. Like, you couldn't go in the garage because the dogs were in there. But the people that lived there were there. And it's just so uncomfortable going into somebody's house. You like all in their kitchen. You looking around and stuff, and then like all of their stuff is in the house, and you're trying to picture the house without all of this stuff in it, and it's interesting. I really prefer homes that are empty. You know what I mean? I don't like going into people's houses and they're there, and they looking at you, and you trying not to look at them because you don't want. And I don't have a poker face. If I don't like something, You will clearly see it in my face. And my husband was like, after we had left, my husband was like, you just, he was like, your face was all scrunched up. I was like, babe, it was just so much going on in these people's house. They were like, I don't want to say they were hoarders, but they were close to it. It was just too much going on for me. It was just overwhelming. And I get overwhelmed real easy. Like, if I get overstimulated, I just get overwhelmed. And it was just so much going on in these people's house. I was like, oh, let me hurry up and get out of here. Oh, no, this ain't it. Yeah, we staying in California. We are staying in the Bay Area. We're not leaving. Um, we're not leaving the Bay Area. We're Sacramento is where we want to be because that that's as far as we want to go is Sacramento. So if we find anything between here and Sacramento, we will be fine. But that is as far as we want to branch out is Sacramento. I mean, I really want to go to Sacramento. At this point, I really, really do want to move to Sacramento. Um, because where we are now, um, it's just too expensive in this particular area where we are. We're staying with my husband's um, mother and father, and this area is way too expensive. This is way um, out of our budget. Very expensive. This whole area, all around here, is expensive. So we definitely won't be staying here. I mean, if we look up on a place, like we could get a townhouse or something or a condo in this area, but all of the townhouses and condos around here have very, very small backyards. And we don't want that. Like, we want a decent sized backyard. Like, there are some condos and townhomes not too far from here that are, decent, but, and it's in a decent area, but the backyard is a box. And you don't get like what do they call them? It's a detached garage. So you can't, like the garage, you can't go in your house from the garage. You gotta like pull your car into the garage, come out, close the garage door, and then come in the house. Like, we don't want that. We want to be able to pull our car in the garage, close the garage door, and come on in the house. You know. So there are certain things that um we want, in a house. And plus, we really don't want to be in a condo or a townhouse. Like, we don't want to share a wall with the next door neighbor. To me, that's like an apartment, and we don't want to do that. If we wanted to do that, we would get an apartment. Cause to me, that's what a condo is. It's just an expensive apartment. And then I was talking to someone that lives in the area with the condos and townhomes that we were looking at, and they were talking about how bad the homeowners association was, and we don't want to deal with that either. Hey, KK. Yeah. That's how it was in the old townhouse that we used to live in. It was only three. We were in the middle, And you could hear everything. You could hear everything that was going on with the neighbors. Especially if you got some rowdy, loud neighbors. Like my neighbors in the front had a bunch of kids. It was just a gang of people in there. Now my neighbor in the back, she was super quiet. Never heard her. But that front, oh my God. They wore my last nerve out. I was so glad when we got up out of there. And the crazy thing is, I don't know if I told you guys this, but we had came back one day to check our mail. I think after we had been gone for like about 2 weeks or whatever, we had went back over there to check our mail, honey, and they had to set the place on fire in the front. I was like, thank you, Jesus. We have moved out of there because the the apartment had been red tagged or yellow tagged. One of the tags where it was inhabitable, like they couldn't live there, but it could be fixed. So it wasn't red tag. It must have been yellow tag, but it was tagged from the city. Big old sign on the window, but you could tell there had been a fire. I was like, Lord have mercy, Jesus. I'm so glad we wasn't there. Because I would have panicked. I would have had a fit. So, looked like they burnt the kitchen up. Looked like it started in the kitchen. So, I was glad we got up out of there. Yeah, I don't know. We have looked at, um, no, I just don't want to be, I don't want to be in a condo, period. I don't want nobody living next that close to me. But we have looked at the 55, a couple of 55 plus community homes, because they do have a lot in Sacramento. Oh, Kingston be throwing tantrums. Girl, yeah, I don't want to live around nobody with kids. I don't. I think I didn't put in my years of living around people with small kids. And I love kids, but people not training their kids like they used to. And they just be in the house wilding out, loud, banging on walls, throwing balls and stuff in the house. And I just don't have the patience for that. I'm one of them kind of people. Noise irritates me, and I can catch a migraine at the drop. I don't want to be around nobody kids. I don't. I'm I will be 57 next month. I need to be around some people that's quiet like me. Like my husband is quiet. He play his video games. You don't even hear the games cuz half the time he got his earphones on because he don't want to bother nobody else. That's how I am. I'm weird cuz I will have the TV on watching YouTube on the TV and I'm watching YouTube on my phone. Two different channels at the same time. So I will put my headphones on what I'm watching on my phone and the TV is playing because I don't want to, I'm quiet. Like we quiet. Me and my husband, we quiet. We live here with my mother and father-in-law. But their bedroom is on the opposite side of the house. We're in the guest room. And they put us in the guest room because the guest room has its own um, door to outside. So it's easy for us to, deal with Gizmo because we can just open the door and he can, run on out to the backyard. There's no way for him to um, get out the yard or anything like that. So he can use the bathroom and come on back in the house. So they don't hear us and we don't hear them. We that quiet. Like my mother-in-law always be like, We'll never hear her down there when my husband go to work. We'll never hear her. We don't hear her unless we hear the chime on the door open, or I go out to get something to eat or whatever. But I'm like super quiet. I'm quiet. I like for people that live with me, if you're gonna be anywhere near me, I want you to be quiet. I want you to be quiet too. I really do. So I need my own house. Girl, when I was little, ain't no way in the world you could be in grown folks conversation. When my mama's friends came over to the house, I would go to my room. My mom wouldn't even have to say nothing. For one, I don't want to be sitting around them old people. They ain't talking about nothing anyway, but they would be, because my mama friends would have all the tea. But I would have to go in my room and do what I was doing, because you can't sit around them old folks all up in their face and stuff. Nowadays, these people don't care. Their kids hear everything, they see everything. My kids didn't even know I smoked cigarettes. I ain't let my kids all up in my business like that. Uh-uh. No. It was certain things that you weren't even gonna know about me. You don't need to know that. You don't need to be all up in my business. Get out my face. I'm on the phone. Go in your room while I'm talking. You don't need to be all up in my business. Girl, my mama had certain looks, and I would politely get up and get to stepping, because I knew that if I didn't understand, if she thought that I didn't understand their looks, then something else was gonna come, and I didn't want to deal with that. So I understood. We made eye contact. Let me go on about my business. We could be in a store, and I could be over there looking at something, and my mama look at me a certain way. I would come right on over to where she was. She wouldn't have to call my name or nothing. But nowadays, you got to call the kid 50, 11 dozen times, or you call them and they turn around. What? I slap fire from you if you ever say what to me. But what? I wish I could. What? Oh no. My mama, what? If she called my name, you just come. You don't turn around and say what. What was a cuss word. If you say what to your mama, that was a cuss word. You may as well say bitch in my house. You say what? You just come. She called your name, you come. You don't turn around and say what? What? Uh That didn't fly in my household. But see, these kids nowadays can do anything, say anything, any kind of way. Like, you have to watch your tone. I had to be careful about the tone. Not only what I said, but how I said it. Watch your tone. But nowadays, these kids can say anything to their parents. Not only anything, but any kind of way. Girl, these kids are ignorant. Do you hear me? That's why I don't talk to nobody kids. I don't even look at people kids. In the grocery stores and stuff, I don't look at nobody's kid, because you know that grandma and me would be that came. I don't even make eye contact with people kids, because sometimes I can't believe how kids get out in public and embarrass their parents. And the parents just don't care. They don't care. They don't care how they look. They don't care. But I know my mama didn't play. Girl, I wouldn't dare walk away from my mama. Cause I would think she would have took my head off. But I had, you grow up with a certain level of respect for your parent. There were just certain things that you, in your mind, you wouldn't even think about doing or saying or acting, because that was the way that we were trained. And a lot of people now, look at that and say, "Oh, well, you boomers, y'all were abused by your parents. Your parents beat you, but I never spent a day in jail. I ain't never been arrested. I've never gotten anything from the police other than a ticket, a speeding ticket, and that was it. I ain't never had no problems." So obviously my mama did something right, you know? These kids nowadays, these kids have been to jail in high school. They start going to jail in high school because they don't listen to their parents. The parents ain't even trying to talk to them. The majority of them. Some of them, the parents scared of them. The parents scared of the kids. Yeah, you gotta train, you gotta start these kids young. You got to let them know while they're young that your tantrum don't mean nothing to me. And after you get finished doing all that crying and snotting and carrying on, you still going to bed. You done exhausted all of your energy and you're still going to bed. And you keep that mess up, you gonna go to bed early tomorrow too. Until you start acting like you got some sense. Messing around with me. You go to bed before the sun go down. So when you pick yourself up from that tantrum, you still going to bed. And you keep pushing your luck, you gonna take this ass whooping to bed with you. Messing with me. I'm not gonna let no child run my house. And kids will do that. If you give them an inch, they will take a mile. You have to train a child. Just like, I mean, people say, well, you can't train kids by whooping them, and you don't train a child. You just let a child be a child. Well, you train your dog, don't you? You don't let your dog run around the house and tear up your shoes and bite your shoes and gnaw on stuff and shit all over your house and stuff. If you gonna train an animal that you gonna keep, you gonna let a human just run around wild? No, I'm not gonna have no feral child, because either you gonna train them or the world gonna train them. Well, you gotta find something that he does care about. You gotta find something. You gotta find out what is that one thing that he does care about. Every kid is different. Some kids do care, about getting popped. Some kids care about more about their toys. You got to find out what it is that they care about and take that thing, because they have to learn that you are the boss. I'm the boss, not you. I run this house. My rules. They have to learn. And it's up to the parent to teach. You know what I mean? I really feel like we do our children a disservice when we're not teaching them how to abide by rules, because when they go to school, there are certain things that they have to learn. They can't take that bad behavior from home to school. You can't go to school and bite Johnny or, pull Susie's hair. It's certain things that you can't do. When the teacher tells you to do something that you don't like, you can't fall on the floor and roll around. So if you're not teaching your children age appropriate behaviors, you're doing them a disservice. And I'm not saying, beat the brakes off your child. I'm not saying that. Don't get it twisted. But I am saying that there should be consequences for, your child's misbehavior. You should not be rewarding them when they're misbehaving. There should be consequences. And the child should understand, 3 is a good age for them to start understanding what, consequences are, because they are starting to, understand more things. The punishment should fit the child. You know what I mean? Like, of course, you're not going to do the same thing to a 3-year-old that you would do to a 14-year-old, because that doesn't fit. But you find what works for your child and stay consistent and make it work, because they have to learn. Because I'm telling you, no teacher wants to have to stop every 5 minutes because your kid is rolling around on the floor acting a fool, and she's got 20 other children that she or he is trying to deal with. Yeah. By 8 years old, you should not be the child does not need to co-sleep. Not at 8. That's like, some of these women that are still breastfeeding 5 and 6 year olds, 8 year olds. For what? For what reason? Because at that point, they can eat solid food. They're eating solid food. They're digesting solid food. So what do they still need to be breastfeeding for? Now, if you are in a predicament where, you only have a studio apartment, if you only have a studio, then, and you have, more than one child, I can see all y'all sleeping on the same bed then. But if you in a house and everybody got a room, everybody got a bed, there's no reason for the kids to sleep with you. All that co-sleeping and all of that kind of stuff, if you have the space, put the kid in their own room. That's the kind of stuff that causes children to have separation anxiety and stress and stuff. When you coddle them too much, let them kids breathe. They gonna be all right. 8 years old, they don't need to still be with you. is. It that kind of stuff is, I don't know. That kind of stuff is just strange to me. When a mother breastfeeds a child past the point where the child is able to eat. They can eat. They don't still need to be on the breast. Now, if that's what you want to do it. I'm just saying it just don't make no sense to me. Cause if they got teeth and they can chew and swallow and digest and all that kind of stuff, let me tell y'all this. Do not fall into the rabbit hole of TikTok. Okay? I have been watching this woman on TikTok whose house is infested with roaches. And she is trying to, okay, so she lives in one of those, I guess, do they call them housing projects? If the building is tall, okay, California, our projects are flat. You know, they do have some high rise projects, but not a lot. But anyway, she live in a building that obviously is infested with roaches because this woman's apartment is roaches everywhere. The stove, the cabinets, if she opened a door, you know, like the door jam part where the hinge of the door is, when you open the door, all that was full of roaches and roach dookie. Her couch her couch is full of roaches and roach dookie, just roach dookie, just layers of roach dookie and roaches. So this woman is trying to clean up her apartment. People are, she done made a GoFundMe. People are sending her like roach remedies, like telling her what to order off of Amazon. It's, oh my God. I have never seen anything like this. And I was reading the comments and people was saying stuff like, oh my God, that reminds me of where we used to live. And I'm like, people live like this? And she got a little kid. She's got a child living in the house, in the apartment with her, with all of these goddamn roaches. I was like, and she was sitting on the couch making a video and talking like, it was so many roaches. It's so many roaches. Like, I've never seen that many roaches in, I couldn't do it. I would be on camera crying. Watching her videos be making me itch. I'm so glad that the TikTok videos are short. I just couldn't watch a long video of her fighting these roaches. Every morning she be getting up, going in the kitchen, and like she'll pick up a piece of paper or something, and the whole the counters, Lord, she showed herself cleaning her kitchen garbage can in her bathtub, and she set the garbage can down in the bathtub, and at least 50 roaches fell off this garbage can. So I don't know. Just don't watch TikTok, okay? Because you burn the whole apartment. Get make sure all the people have gotten out and just burn that damn thing to the ground. Nobody should be living in those type of conditions. And then people are saying, put this, use. There's nothing she can do because I'm pretty sure everybody in that building has roaches. She, if she kill them in her apartment, they're just gonna come back. They're all in the walls and everything. I bet you if they like punch a hole in the walls, it's just Roach City. Cause they're everywhere. They were behind her stove, her refrigerator. If she opened her kitchen cabinets, she say she can't keep nothing in her cabinets because the roaches get in them. So she haven't been keeping nothing in her cabinets. I'm like, where does she keep her eating utensils, like her forks and knives and spoons and stuff? Where is it? Because the roaches is everywhere. I know they in her refrigerator and microwave and everything else. Jesus. When I, and you know, it's one of those things where like the girl be updating her status like every morning. She be getting up, good morning, TikTok. I just wanted to show you guys where the roaches are today. I was like, oh Lord, help her, Jesus. Jesus. No, you can't bomb that. She can't bomb that because you know what they need to do? Have you ever seen when they put that thing over the people house? What is that called? Where they like bomb the whole house? Where they put this tent thing over the house for like termites or whatever, and then they you gotta move out, and then they bomb, put this tent thing over your house and just bomb the whole house. That's what they need to do where she is. They got to treat that whole entire building, not just one apartment. They got to treat that whole building because it's bad, y'all. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, yeah. Where they put the tent thing, the fumigation tent. Yes, they got to do that. There's no way she can't treat them roaches just spraying because every day she be spraying. She since I've been watching her, she sprays. She been putting some kind of something that looked like caulking or something. Somebody told her in the comments to buy it. She been, putting that around the cabinets and all kind of places and stuff. And she still get up the next morning and the apartment is still full of roaches. I don't see how she sleep at night because if it's that many roaches in the kitchen, they got to be in the bedroom. Because they were showing the bathroom because she showed the bathroom. They were there. They were they're everywhere. They're all over her entire apartment and it's not, you can tell you got hella roaches when you could see the roach dookie. And then I had never seen this. I didn't know that there were white roaches. And people in the comments were saying, like, if you start to see the white roaches, that means that you're close to the nest. I was like, what? Jesus, what? I ain't never seen white ones. Girl, I swear. I'm gonna send you because I don't want to be the only person watching this. I'm gonna send you her TikTok on Insta. I'm gonna send it to you, girl. Cause you got to go watch this. I'm invested. I'm invested now. You know what I mean? Like you start watching somebody and then you get invested is gross. But you get invested because you be like, is she gonna is she gonna get out? Is she gonna be able to? Lord Jesus. You know what scares me is I heard roaches will crawl in your ear. I heard they'll go in your ear. People didn't have they have roaches pulled out of their ears and stuff. Oh Lord Jesus. I can't do that. I don't know what she using, girl, but whatever it is, it ain't working. It's not, it can't work. It can't work because it's too many of them all over her um all over her building. It's now this is just ridiculous for me to order Postmates and just get a caramel frappuccino, huh? Because I know my husband is not gonna bring me no caramel frappuccino. I want some coffee so bad, but I don't want to spend like $10 for a caramel frappuccino. Okay, what is malting? What is that? What does that mean? Christine, what does that mean? That it malted. That's what somebody else was saying too. That it means that they malted. What does that mean? They lost their color? I'm gonna have to look that up, girl. Okay, I send it to you, honeybee, on Instagram. I can't send it on this phone because the I'm on my iPhone and my TikTok is on there. I'll send it to you on Instagram. Girl, she showed her couch. She showed her couch and like she moved her couch out from the wall. Girl, it was roaches everywhere. All just and they weren't no little bitty roaches. These were some big roaches. I mean, it was little bitty ones in there, but she had some big roaches though. I was like, Lord Jesus, look at all these roaches. They're shedding their. See, I didn't know they shed. They're shedding their outside shell. I didn't know they shed. I didn't know they shed. Wait a minute, Honeybee said, man, had them like that years ago when I was a child, and yes, I did have one in my ear. Girl, no. And you live to tell us, girl, I'd have dropped dead. I'd have fell dead right there. Just right, even as a child, I'd have just fell. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Girl, it'd have killed me. It would have. I have a heart attack if I see a spider. Okay? Oh, no. She said they got it out half at a time. Bleach don't get rid of roaches. Bleach don't get rid of roaches. because she was cleaning. But okay, so to be honest, it doesn't look like she, I don't know. It looked like she didn't had this problem for a while. And it really doesn't look like she is the cleanest person. Because when you open your door, you know what I mean? Like when when you open the door and you look down, the door jam, you should not be able to see roach dookie if you clean in your house. You know what I mean? Like it shouldn't be a layer of roach dookie on anything. That tells me that you're not cleaning. No, I don't care. Mm-mm. Gizmo, Gizmo, Christine said hi. Gizmo's trying to figure out who that is about to come in the house because he heard the gate open. Mom's mama said, I'm going to scrub my house right now. Girl, and she in New York. But I heard that the roaches are very prevalent in New York. Somebody said, like, New York has a high population of roaches. I don't know how true that is. But I don't know. Y'all gotta see this though. I don't want to be the only person that saw this. Girl, I had to stop watching Hoarders. Hoarders make me sick. You know what I mean? Like when that show first came on, it was like really interesting to me, and I could watch it. But after a while, that show started to raise my anxiety levels. Like, uh, that shit gave me anxiety. That show would put my anxiety on 10. So I had to stop watching. Oh Lord, my husband had found out I had some Taco Bell. I got problems. Yesterday I had IHOP, and today I ordered Taco Bell. That's why I'm fat. I go through these issues with. I'm gonna have to take a DoorDash off my phone because it's just too convenient to um order you something to eat and just kick back until your food get here. And I live in an area now where everything is where we live. Kinder's, Jack in the Box, McDonald's, Burger King, Starbucks, Pete's, Fire Wings, Habit Grill, My Pizza, Chinese, a plethora of Chinese places, all type of Asian food. Quickly, everything is around where we live. In and out. Yes, we have an In and Out. We have In and Out, Five Guys. Everything is in this area except Chick fil A. Chick fil A is a good 15 minutes away or more, depending on traffic. But everything else, Popeyes, churches, KFC, everything is in this area. Everything. Domino's, Pizza Hut, Little Caesars. Everything is in this area. Everything. Carl's Jr., Wingstop, Wendy's. Everything is in this area where we live. Very close. Like it don't take DoorDash or what's the other one? I don't use Uber Eats anymore. Is it still Uber Eats? Are people still using Uber Eats? I just use DoorDash. Um, and what's the other? What's the Instacart for my groceries? And it's every grocery store is out here except for Whole Foods. The closest Whole Foods to us is in Berkeley. But everything else is here. Trader Joe's, Safeway, Albertsons, Food for Less. Is it Food for Less? Grocery Outlet, Food Max. Food Max. Grocery Outlet. Everything is in this area. Oh, we don't have Del Taco. Not in this area, not where we live. It's a Del Taco, but I think that Del Taco is out there where Chick-fil-A is. So it's not that close. So we don't have Del Taco in this, but we got like two Taco Bells or three. Two or three Taco Bells in this area. So everything this little and as a matter of fact, this little area is where we live is building up more. So I showed you guys that brand new Safeway that opened when in May, I think. Yeah, May. That brand new Safeway and another they say a little shopping area is coming. She said she can't wait to pig out in Atlanta. Girl, there's so many places out here to eat. You gonna eat some food. It's a lot of restaurants. Um, Other than fast food, there are a lot of restaurants also out here. So it's pretty convenient. This area um, is pretty convenient. I really, really do like this area. We just can't afford it. Not me and my husband. We just can't afford to live out here. It's just too expensive. Because for one thing, this is considered a bay view area. So a lot of the homes in this area have a bay view, and anytime you get a bay view here in the Bay Area, you're gonna pay for it. This area is built around the bay, so the bay is not that far from. You could look out my backyard where we are and see the bay. So a lot of the homes in this area have that beautiful bay view. So you don't pay for that view. You are most definitely going to pay for that view. Yeah, it's crazy. Like my sister in law, I think is um gonna be moving soon. I don't know. My husband. Okay, so my sister in law is moving to Atlanta, and my husband got his antennas up because it is so much cheaper out there. Like if we bought a house in Atlanta, like you can't get nothing out here for the prices that they have in Atlanta. You can't even rent nobody's garage out here for 200,000. 200,000? No, you ain't gonna get that. Not out here in California. Girl, even the trailer homes The mobile home parks and stuff is going up high. The mobile homes here in California, some of them are 300,000 for a mobile home. A mobile home. No, girl, I want a caramel frappuccino so bad. I'm trying to figure out if I make the coffee. If I just make me some coffee and just like let it cool off, make some coffee and put it in like the freezer for like an hour or whatever and let it cool off, and then I can make my own frappuccino, right? All I gotta do is put like some cream. I have some caramel. Oh, but I don't have that drizzle stuff that they put on it because I have some of that caramel flavor, but I don't like the whipped cream anyway. But you know you need that drizzle. That drizzle makes it. Yeah, $300,000 in Atlanta will go a long way. That ain't going nowhere in California. And they have some nice mobile homes out here. There are some nice mobile home parks out here, but we can't get a mobile home with my husband's VA thing. VA won't let you get a mobile home, so we can't do that. So that's it, y'all. I'm finna go. Gizmo, you wanna say hi? Gizmo, come here. Come here, Poochie. I know he ain't coming because he is on his back. I mean, on his back with his legs up in the air. That means I'm not moving. Okay. Come here, Poop. Have y'all been journaling? I've been keeping my I've been keeping my journal near me so I can, you know, what's that saying? Out of sight, out of mind, out of something, whatever. But if you keep it close to you, you don't have no other choice but to, if you're seeing it all the time, then you'll be more inclined to write in it. So I keep my journal like on the little table next to me to remind myself to, write at least something down every day. Y'all journaling? Hey, Phoenix! I ain't seen you in a long time. Okay, I gotta get back into doing the lives because I miss y'all. I miss all my folks. I ain't seen y'all in a minute. Where you been at, girl? Okay, everybody that all of the members and my moderators, if you have not received your Oshun bracelet, I don't even have mine on. If you haven't received your Oshun bracelet, could you let me know? This is the perfect time to get it because I can't. I'm not gonna be making any more until I get out of this contraption. So y'all better try to get them now while it is some left. I can still mail things out, but I can't make anything else until I get cleared by my doctor. As a matter of fact, I think tomorrow I'm gonna go in and have an X-ray done. It's probably tendonitis, but it's the tendon that's like right here, that's like right there, but that in all of this is connected because this is where the pain is right here. So this in your wrist is connected by um, a little tendon connector thing, and they think that's where the problem is. So I'm getting an X-ray this week just so they can make sure that that's what it is. And if that's what it is, then the best thing to do is just keep doing this, keep uh, alternating ice and heat, and I have to sleep with it elevated at night, and it's crazy. So just can't do too much. Nothing happened. I just have tendonitis, and every now and then it will flare up, and when it does, I just have to rest. It is feeling better than it was last week, but that's the thing. Uh, this is my problem. It will start to feel better, and I will go back to my regular activity, and then it'll get worse. So the doctor said, no, just rest for a while, because it is going to feel better. But you can't go right back into your regular routine. Like, you really have to give it a chance to rest and give that tendon a chance to heal completely before you go back to your regular routine. So that's where we at. I'm not talking about voodoo or none of that stuff today. Okay? There are um there are videos on my playlist about the Orisha, the Loa, and all of that kind of stuff. If that's the information that you need today, then you will have to look at one of those videos because I'm not talking about that. Um, and I don't like that. Like, when you come into a live, if people are talking about something, you talk about what they talking about. Don't just come in with your own agenda or conversation. That's not how we do things over here. That's kind of rude. You come in, you talk about what they talking about in okay, because that's how you get blocked. Especially if I'm in one of my moods. So there are there are playlists. Play one of those videos. Yeah, it is better, but I'm not doing any jewelry making right now. So this is the best time to shoot me an email if you are a member or you are one of my moderators and you want one of the Oshun bracelets. And my members and moderators are receiving little appreciation packets from me. And if you haven't received yours, then you need to shoot me an email so that I can get the package to you. So that's it, y'all. You not gonna come, Gizmo? You not gonna come say hi? Gizmo mean. Okay, I'm glad you like yours, sweetie. So if anybody else wants theirs, let me know. Shoot me a email with your information and I will get that out to you. So probably tomorrow I'm definitely not going to do a live every day, maybe every other day. And I'm going to try to figure out a way how I can kind of like let you guys know when I'm going live because I know that Sometimes YouTube doesn't uh, give you your notifications and stuff, but I'll let you guys. We'll figure out something, okay? So I know it's not going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow will probably be a regular crystal video. I'll probably do a crystal video tomorrow, and then maybe we will do a live. What's tomorrow? Wednesday. Maybe we'll do a live Thursday or Friday. Okay. Oh, really, Thing? Yeah. See, they're not sending out notifications to people. Like my subscribers don't even know when I'm live, which is really janky. So I'm gonna try to figure out a way to send out messages because it's hard for me to really get on a schedule and commit because some days I may not feel like it. I may not feel like, doing it that day. So I don't want to say, oh, every Monday and Wednesday at 3:30 or whatever because I may not feel like doing it at 3:30. Yeah, I don't know what changed. I really don't. I don't know why. Um, but it's not just the lives. It's videos, period. Because I noticed that my numbers are a lot lower, and it's because people are not. They don't know that I have videos. That's why I, tell when I have videos, I put it on the community page because people don't even know when I post videos. So I'm not really sure what YouTube is doing. Oh, okay. You turned on all notifications. Yeah. I don't know what it is, but I know it's something because I can see the difference in the views and stuff. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Look for a regular video tomorrow. I love you guys and I appreciate you being here very much. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I love you. Bye.